Janet Yellen is expected to be talking about over in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. He's going to be talking about the job markets. A group of Americans larger than the state of Washington, the population of Washington State, now find themselves working part-time. This president has been the part-time president in many ways, part-time in his ability to govern. I wouldn't even call it part-time. Is there something lower than part-time when you're working? I'm not sure what it is, but in governing. But nonetheless, he has created more part-time jobs than any American president. And as we look at the job numbers, some of these job numbers, these part-time workers, are not included in this current unemployment rate that everybody seems to love so much. And it is appearing that Janet Yellen is going to be talking about this. This has to be weighing on the Fed's mind. They have to understand that the job market is not as healthy as one would think. Now, it's also interesting that according to the Department of Labor, what constitutes a part-time job is anything under 35 hours. Isn't that interesting? Because the average work week for Americans have been 34.5 for 5 years. So technically, the average worker in America is working part-time. I found that interesting. But nonetheless, we continue to see this, 7.5, 8 million part-time jobs not counted and in the unemployment rate that we're seeing. We also have seen this part-time job number more than double since late 2007. More than double. So, very, very interesting. We'll see how Janet Yellen, but all in all, what is, when we look at the unemployment rate, yes, it's down. But again, not included the 7 million or so people, 7.5, 8 million people that are working part-time, but want to work full-time. These are people that are working part-time that want to work full-time. And what Janet Yellen is likely to say is, look, we still have concerns in the job market and the labor market. I know that under Ben Bernanke, he had kind of a milestone, which is long since passed, in unemployment before we would really start to think about raising interest rates and tightening up the monetary system. And basically what I think is going to happen and come out of the meeting this week at Jackson Hole is Janet Yellen's comments and definition of what weakness is in the labor market, in the economy, and I think it's going to include part-time workers. Look, there is no sign of part-time workers going away anytime soon, and there's no signs of full-time workers going away anytime soon. And discouraged workers seem to remain discouraged and look like they're going to for extended period of time.